Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson Media, and I'm joined with my good friend, Mr. Miguda. Miguda, habari gani?
Niko salama kakangu, hali yangu iko vipi? Labda za kwako?
Mi niko vizuri. Labda tu kama labda wewe ndio unaweza tuambia kule uliko habari, unaweza katupasha, utuelezee ni nini kinaendelea.
Pahali niliko naweza sema tu kuna hali ya utulivu
Mhm.
na vile kuna hali ya kwamba kwa sasa hivi watu wengi wanalia sana hali ya maisha,
Eh,
watu wengi wanahangaika,
eh,
watu wengi hawana ajira, hawana hela mfukoni, hawana mlo ya kukula. Sasa unapata habari kutoka pande tofauti tofauti ya kwamba hali si
eh.
vyema vile, na pia
Hali si
tunaelekea mwezi wa Disemba, mwezi ujao, mwezi wa sherehe, na watu wanalialia wakati huu. Sasa unakumbuka tu nini za kuwa hapo mbele. Sasa hali, kwa kusema tu kweli, niseme tu hali si, hatuko katika hali nzuri kama wananchi pali niko.
Okay, asante sana ndugu yangu. Wacha nichukue nafasi hii kusalimia wale ambao wanatutazama. Naona Mabella number one. Thank you so much. You need to come into the studio. Thank you so much, Gibson Corner, for being here, and those who will be joining. Miguda, there's quite a lot that ona sasa wewe sasa asante sana. Asante sana. Migude, kuna mengi ambapo inafaa izungumziwe kwa sababu rais ako na ziara ya maendeleo kule Ukambani, lakini kuna maendeleo ambayo labda anataka kufanya, na ukumbuke kwamba wakati ambapo watu walikuwa wanasherekea Mashujaa Day alikuwepo huko, na nakumbuka kwa hotuba yake ya kwanza alikuwa amesema kwamba akitoka hapo ata make sure kwamba maji ameunganisha maji katika eneo hilo, na jana pia nikasikia amesema hivyo, amepatiana so many promises, and I don't know whether he will kind of fulfill those promises within this period, a small period of time that between now and general election. And he also made it sure that he's going to take the Ukambani from upinzani and bring them kwa serikali. That is what he said. So maybe maoni yako.
Maoni yangu niseme tu kwanza, wacha nijiunge na wewe kusalimia rafiki yetu na ndugu yetu Joseph, na vile rafiki yetu na ndugu yetu Gudia, kwa kuhakikisha kwamba wamejiunga nasi katika kipindi hichi. Kwanza ningependa kusema nakubaliana na wewe kwamba Rais William Ruto amepeana ahadi nyingi sana ukienda huko upande za Ukambani. Na
Yeah.
unapata wakati alikuwa anafanya kampeni zake pia aliahidi wasee. Na vile utapata Rais William Ruto si leo hii ndiye amekaa katika mamlaka. Yeye ndiye alikuwa naibu rais wa rais aliyestaafu Uhuru Kenyatta. Sasa wakati alikuwa naibu wa rais kwa miaka 10, ni nini haswa alifanyia watu wa Ukambani ambaye anataka kusema ya kwamba wakati alikuwa ofisini angeweza kuyafanya? Vile tunasema kuna ahadi zingine ambaye si rahisi mtu kutekeleza. Kwa mfano, wakati huu ako katika eneo la Ukambani na sina uhakika ya kwamba atazitekeleza hayo ahadi anayoahidi hawa wakaaji wa Ukambani. Juu unapata hata wakati alikuwa anatembea ziara zake katika eneo la Nyanza, kuna zile tunasema haswa alitimiza, but kati ya ahadi nyingi sina uhakika ya kwamba atazikamilisha. Kwa mfano, wakati huu napata ripoti ya kwamba kuna zile barabara ama kuna zile uwanja wa mchezo zimekwama, na pia napata habari ya kwamba wale makontrakta kuna wengine wameondoka, na pia napata wanasema ati sijui hizo machines kama zile tractor ziko na shida. Sasa unapata kuna ahadi zingine, kusema tu kweli, rais wetu William Ruto hawezi zitimiza, ni tu mdomo. Zingine ni tu za kupata tu kupiga tu mdomo, unaelewa hiyo kitu. Sasa sina uhakika ya kwamba kama zile zetu za eneo la Nyanza ndio kuna zingine zimekwama, na pia ni vile naona vile mambo iko saa hizi, vile naona vile siasa zinakaa Kenya, sioni kama zitakamilishwa. Sasa huko Ukambani pia siko sure ya kwamba atazikamilisha. Kitu kubwa nilipenda kusema, alikuwa anasema atakamilisha ile barabara inaelekea katika makao ya aliyekuwa naibu wa rais hapo awali Kalonzo Musyoka, ya kwamba Kalonzo Musyoka amekaa katika serikali lakini hakuwahi jenga barabara ya kwenda kwake. Sasa kisha amemkamilishia barabara. Wacha nikwambie kitu moja, brother Benson. Unajua kuna wakati rais anapeana ahadi zingine, kusema tu kweli, kuna zingine ameitimiza, lakini kuna zingine hazijakamilishwa, na pia unapata hakuna contractor katika barabara na pia katika hizo uwanja za juu. Sasa ningependa tu kusema ya kwamba kando na kupeana ahadi, pia hakuna uhakika ya kwamba hizo ahadi amepeana atazikamilisha zote, na kulingana na, unajua kupeana ahadi si shida. Shida ni katika bajeti letu kama taifa la Kenya, hizo ahadi anapeana zilikuwepo? Hiyo ndio swali tunauliza, hizo zilikuwepo? Mtu hawezi kuja tu kwaka kwambia nitakujengea choo, lakini katika budget hiyo pesa ya choo haiko. So naweza kamilisha na kusema ya kwamba ni vizuri kupeana ahadi, lakini pia ajua kwamba raia ni wajanja, wanaelewa kwamba katika bajeti yetu ya Kenya kuna ahadi zingine napeana, lakini katika bajeti haziko.
Okay. Asante sana ndugu yangu Miguda kwa hayo machache. Kwa kweli kupatiana hadi si shida, lakini lazima huitimize. Lakini unapata kwamba kuna hadi mingi ambazo zinapatiana sana sana hao wanasiasa wanatupatia hadi mingi ambapo labda zinakuwa, tuseme kwamba ni labda zinakuwa za kutafuta kura ama sio za kutafuta kura. Na jambo lingine pia labda naweza sema kwamba nilisikiza ama naweza sema kwamba nilichukua kupitia pale kwa rais, ni kwamba kwa yale maongezi yake, unajua hii mambo ya upinzani inafaa watu wanaweza wakuwe na ueledi ama watu waelewe zaidi, Wakenya waambiwe, kwa sababu mimi naamini hivi, watu wakienda katika uchaguzi, kuna ile mwana Kenya ama mtu yeyote, watu kienda kwa uchaguzi, kuna ile mtu ambaye akona yule mtu ambaye labda anasema kwamba anampenda. Ukishapiga kura, watu wapige kura, alafu mtu atokee kama mshindi, huyo mtu mwenye ametokea kama mshindi atakuwa ni rais wa Kenya. So, ikifika wakati ambapo unapatiana maendeleo, haijalishi uko upande gani, kwa sababu when you look at the presidency or the president is the symbol of national unity. So when people go to election and people vote their favorite candidates, then out of those favorite candidates, one of them will emerge as the winner and he will be the president. So once you are elected as a president, when it comes to development, it doesn't matter whether somebody voted for you or somebody did not vote for you, because they were exercising their voting and democratic rights, especially when it comes to voting, So you have to, it is not a must that somebody has to come or be on your side. That's when they can get development. So that is what I think, like as Kenyans, and we should know, especially from politicians. Yeah, the other day I heard even the governor for Homa Bay was saying that if an MP cannot be on her side, I mean, then utakuwa kwa upinzani. What does that one mean, especially as a governor? So I think there's some of the things that some of the leaders say that are not accurate. Mr. Joseph.
Good evening, and for the people who are watching us, I want to greet them. Maybe it's in evening or morning, or either in the afternoon. So I want to greet them. I can see our good friend Kudia is there. Judith is there. I want to greet them. I also want to greet my brother Miguda here, and also you, brother Benson. You have started in a high note of Swahili. Today is Ijumaa, so I will not keep up with you. I'll try to talk in a language that I can talk fluently, because Swahili is good, but I cannot talk Swahili. Ilikuwa yangu bwana.
Asante.
So I've had the question you have asked about President Ruto going to Ukambani region and saying that he's going to bring Ukambani out of opposition and bring them into the government.
Yeah.
It is not a bad thing, but what we should know is what we envisaged in our constitution is a president is not a person who is supposed to be taking development to certain areas because they are going to vote for you or they are supposed to support you.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be taking developments as the president of the country, and it's supposed to be given without favorism, but in equal measure. I don't know why in Kenya more so is where we find that that if you don't support the government of the day, you are not going to be given the development. It is very sad affair that many people are struggling with roads and what that have not been built in the counties and places because of just a government coming and saying, because you did not support us, we are not going to give you development. It's such a shame for these leaders. And it's also a shame for the governors who are saying that they cannot be able to give development to certain MCAs and MPs because they don't support their governorship. And I think it is such sad affair in the country that you can go and talk about a person who was in the government and saying that he did not even build a road. And we know what is happening in your backyard. We have seen what is happening in your backyard. It's not that we have not seen it. We know what is happening in your Singishu, where you come from, county. So when you come and try and start criticizing people, because at least if you are in the government and you are voicing for other people to get developments, it's better because you need first to start even away from home. You see, these guys, we have been having presidents who have been, we are privileged, I will say that these presidents build their own backyard and they were not able to build other places. It's such a shame because my place there, you find so many roads that are built, but if you go to certain areas like Tana River, you find those people have a problem. They don't have access to roads. They don't have access to medical facilities. I think you saw even one of the guys called is a comedian. He was talking about how whole governor has not even improved the lives of the people. They are going, the ambulance that they are taking people to hospital, they are using beds. They're using e-kitty. They're using the seat to carry the sick ones to the hospital. It's such a shame that in the 21st century, we are still talking about counties not having ambulances, counties not having adequate facilities. And a person can come here and tell us that he's going to build the country to third world country. Brother, we cannot come to that world country as long as we have these problems. We still have poverty, we still have ignorance, and we cannot even fight diseases. So how will you tell us we can be able to go to the third world country? Just don't joke with our minds.
All right, thank you so much. And I'm seeing our good friend Msimamo. He asking for the link. The other day I saw the link. He asked for the link, but immediately we left the show. That is when I saw his message. We are sorry about that. But now I've shared the link and you can join us in the studio. Joseph, you've spoken about something that is quite much interesting about a comedian. And, for at least now 2 weeks, and 2 weeks now, they've been back and forth, especially from Sami Kioko and the county government of Machakos. And I think it was 2 days ago, if not 2 days, about 2 to 3 days ago, Sami Kioko was hosted by Obina. And, when Sami was hosted by Obina, and I think maybe Sami was now giving the reason why his money, because maybe he have tendered, we have not seen the documentation, but he did some tendering in the county. He offered the services, but now it seemingly they're not paying him. But forget about all things. What happened was this now. When Obina hosted Sami Kioko on Obina TV shows, hosted Sami Kioko. Later, the county attorney, I think, wrote Obina a letter, or is a demanding note to actually to give them documentation or to give them evidence, and quoted all manner of what do you call it, laws that govern and everything, which is okay. But like, remember something with these podcasts that we do, Joseph. When somebody come on a podcast and we are discussing issues, maybe we've hosted somebody who has the information. This is to give information, and that is what the podcast is all about. But instead of solving all this, you find that now it is a court case. That is now the first time even so many people are realizing that we have people we call the county attorney. Yeah. So you see how leadership is. And sometimes I usually say that how come Sami Kioka think is somebody who is in right senses? I don't think you can camp. I don't know whether you can just, me as personally, if I've not supplied anything in my good county of Kisumu or my good county of Migori, and I would not just wake up, Joseph, in my rightful mind and start going and camp there and they say that, Honorable Chila Yako, you need to pay me, or Honorable Professor Nyang Nyongo, you have to pay me. Yeah? Yeah. It was.
I hope it cannot reach there. I know Ochilo Anyang Nyongo is a person who is steadfast. But let me talk about this. This is a very sad affair that a young man, because this is a young man. This is a very young man. Sami Kiyoko is a young man.
Yeah.
He's trying to build his future. But you can see a certain lady there, brother, he wants to finish his future. He does not want even his future to take. Do you know how somebody feels when you have tendered things for the county and the money is not being approved? This money, this tendering is not only for you, brother Benson. We look at the tendering as a person himself.
Yeah.
There is so many things that are involved in tendering, bro.
Yeah.
There is people who are involved in this tendering, people who are involved in the delivery of the equipments that have been tendered, people who are involved in the acquiring of these materials.
Yeah.
There is so many things that is involved. There is so much work. So the problem is when the county government refuse to pay you, the people who have worked, who are they going to ask the money from? They cannot be able to go to the county governor to ask them the money from her. They are going to come to you to ask the money from you because you are the one who gave them this work so that they can be able to tender. But now, if the counties and to make matters worse, this county governor has been the money for the county has already been dispersed, but you still don't want to pay. You still want to clean. I think this issue is very hurting, and I think so many people should just even need for this issue because this is a problem. It's a problem, brother. These governors and ladies first more so they have problems. I can tell you so much problems that is happening even in Kirinyaga and the tendering committee and what they are doing. But I think leadership does not. Leadership does not want you to have gender balance, brother. Leadership wants somebody who can be able to lead.
You see, I think the best thing that could happen, and we are not siding, but like from the look of things, when you look at what I'm talking about, when you look at these podcasts, like the podcast we have today, we might find even that Sami Kiyoko so that we can interview, because like you want to know more, of what transpired.
We truly want to know.
Yeah, and it is something in the public domain. And as a podcaster or as somebody who is hosting, you are asking those questions, and but to me, when you look at everything that is happening, it tells you how our leadership has always been, especially and when there's that system of what is happening. And even if, let's say that Miguda, we are inviting you before we go to the main discussion. I know we're taking too much time on him. Even if Sami Kiyoko might have, let's say, like the way they were saying that there's nothing like Sami Supply, they don't know him. But as a country, it can also be a lesson to young people who say that, okay, they might be creating things that are not there. So we have to handle it professionally, And how do we handle it professionally? We listen to both sides. Did he or he did not? Then you meet together as a governor, call him and say, okay, my son, this is what you're saying. Show me the documentation, because okay, governor sometimes they may not be dealing with tendering, but now this is happening in my county.
But brother Benson, don't tear governors. You know they
No,
deal with this tendering, brother Benson. They deal with it. The thing they do, they
yeah,
hide themselves that they are not the ones who are dealing with tendering. You
yeah,
know how our political system is. These
yeah.
politicians want to take money from the citizens.
Mm,
And where do they take this money from the citizens? They take it from the tendering of these items. That
yeah.
is where they do the businesses, brother Benson. So I know the governor knows what happened. Even if she's trying to pretend there that she does not know ABCD, she knows, because there's nothing that can happen in a county that the county governor does not know. And I think from now, I think when you are working with the county government or the national government, you need to have structures and ways that you need even to have laws, or you have signed a memorandum with your lawyer that in case they refuse to pay you, there
Yeah.
is legal action which can be taken. I think when you enter into business with these people, I think Kioko now will come and has already now known what to do.
Okay.
When you are working with these guys, it's a difficult affair. You need to have documentation and so many things.
Okay, thank you so much. I was waiting for Msimamo to come in and for so that we can set a discussion, but like seemingly he has not, but we are still waiting for him. So let's go to the coast where ODM is celebrating 20 years. Brother Benson Media, you seem to go off the rail a bit these few days. I just nimekula pesa mahali.
As tunaendelea naona Gypsy nani Goody anatuambia kuhusu Argentina. I can tell him that Kenya has already been knocked one. Imeshachapwa moja.
Okay, Gypsy Corner I will take that bahasha. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you so much. And today, let's jump to the coast. There's so much that is taking place in the coast. Today is the second day for ODM 20 years, ODM at 20 celebration, and there's so many that is happening. Actually, today we saw the speeches, especially yesterday. There were confirmation, especially for the leadership, especially the good senator of Siaya, youth leader Oburu Odinga was confirmed as the ODM leader, party leader. There's also the three deputies. There are three deputies were also confirmed, right? And also the
I
chairmanship.
think the chairperson, the deputy, the chairperson went to Gladys Wanga, no?
Yeah, the chair went to Gladys Wanga. Actually, until yesterday, she was still in acting capacity.
As the chair.
As the chair. But now, I think she was confirmed yesterday. Miguda, is that one true?
Yeah, very true. And three deputies.
They were confirmed yesterday, right?
The three deputies, can you help me, please? I did not watch the whole I was somehow busy. Who are the three deputies? The same people?
Yeah, three deputies. One is Simbarati, the governor of Kisii. The second one is Osotsi, the senator for Vihiga. And last, Abdul Samad Sharif.
Yes. So, Gypsy is asking why the three deputies. This is my own observation. I think like those positions were created to hold the regions. That is because like now three deputies. Hatujawahi ona palina kuwa na three deputies. So it was, I think it was something that was meant to hold ODM together, especially from those regions, to see that representation in the leadership. I might be wrong. So that was there yesterday. Then today was, I think like today was the best day especially for those who were very keen following the speeches, especially if you listen very keenly to Edwin Sifuna, James Orengo, and Winnie Odinga. They seems to be speaking in the same script. And there's something that always people have doubted, or people have always have suspicion of, like there are two factions, those who want to sell ODM and those who do not want. And today it came out, though we still do not know their names, but it tells us that the suspicion that people have been having about the two factions, those who are not, do not mean well for ODM, I would say so. Winnie talked about it, Orengo talked about it, and even if you listen to Sifuna talked about it. So let me start with you, Miguda. What would you say about speech that Winnie Odinga made?
Okay. I just want to be straight. You know, people like not to be straight. Me is very quite deep. I don't know. I was never brought up to pretend. That was my nature. And even you are within Brother Benson. Me, I was not raised up in a family whereby I lie or I pretend. I don't know. Yeah. So that's how I am, and I think I'll remain that way. From what Winnie said, in my own interpretation, of course, people have said initially that there are two functions. But we have also said Baba was not stupid. Baba has never been stupid. Baba, they used to say Baba is always right. Baba is never wrong. Refer to the above two. It is true. When Baba went to broad-based government with William Ruto, he knew the history of William Ruto. William Ruto lied to the people of Mount Kenya that they should fold all their political parties and form Jubilee in 2017. It's a single party from Mount Kenya and Rift Valley. Going to 2022, he also told the Mount Kenya and Rift Valley, let us join UDA. So Ruto, the intention of him is to kill multi-party democracy. So when they joined hands with Baba, Baba knew him. Baba knew him very well. So Baba was not going to give him any room to kill ODM or to swallow ODM. Then initially, before Brobe's government, remember, there was the team who went to set house, the like of agenda, Jalas. And that's why Sosi told Jalas that Jalas, we went to lifukuza we chama. So after they have gone to set house, then there was a function, the so-called experts. So Ruto was seemingly swallowing ODM in a silent way. But Baba saw it all. So Baba called his boys. Baba knows people whom he had one-on-one talks, people like Arati, Abdul Samad, Osotsi, Sifuna, and the family. People like Sorengo knew it very well. So he told them, Bana, we are dealing with this man. This man, we know him from the history. Let us hold him. But there's no room we are going to allow him to follow ODM or the issue of multi-party democracy. So what's happening here is, realizing all this, you find out that now, let me go to the speech of Winnie after giving the historical background of it. Today, there have been talks. You saw what happened after Baba died, and let me tell you one thing. You know, we have been discussing this with Mabella. Mabella understands what I'm saying here. These people are never stupid. Even Oburu is never stupid. Baba can allow you to use him, but he knows exactly what you are doing. Even Oburu understands very well the steps of Gladys Wanga. You know, when Wanga was taking Oburu to Homa Bay, then Migori, Oburu knows very well, but they don't want just to talk. You know, Baba has one thing unique about him, that he will never tell you in your face, even if you are making a mistake. Because sometimes Baba could invite you in a room. Then when you left, you'll say, huyu jamaa alikuwa anasema nonsense here. But he will not tell you in your eye. And if you ask the people, who allowed these people to come to this office? They were all of rubbish. So what's happening here is, there are people who actually have been in talks with William Ruto to take away ODM from his values and identity, to merge it. In short, they wanted a unifying party, but they want to get rid of ODM. What Gachagua said, that Ruto told him that each chama nitameza. That is the intention of William Ruto. Because we are in politics, the fact that Baba has died doesn't rule out that now we are not in politics. Even if Baba died, the intention has always been to kill ODM. So the death of Baba will not stop him to kill ODM. He's on that mission. Having realized all that one, And the other time we were discussing with Joseph, and I told Joseph that we know those people who want to sell ODM, but we are not permitted to say them in public domain, but we know them. And also we know the people who have been in talks with William Ruto. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. But because of the uniqueness of Rababa, we retain our facts. But what Winnie said, Winnie has been clear that ODM was never formed in Boardroom. ODM was never formed in Bedroom. And the future of ODM cannot be discussed in pillow talks. So there's no better word to describe the person who wants to sell ODM than what Winnie has described. So she's known, they are known, and you saw even the brokers came the other day at Kasipul. You saw Ikimani Chungwa came, Arun Cherot came. Those are brokers. They want to sell ODM. And when Ruth Odinga talked at Kankajaram, Ruth Odinga was very clear that day that ODM is not a cash, is not for cash. And today Winnie has confirmed to us. I remember Odinga has also confirmed that one. That's what Sifuna has been saying, and that is what Nyong'o is also saying. And actually, that's ODM. And you know the good news with ODM is that if they want to finish you, they will fight to the people. That's what they are telling us. ODM does not belong to anybody. ODM belongs to the people. So they will go to your county or your constituency and campaign against you. They will tell the people that the person XYZ are the people who want to sell the party. Now, we are referred to the people. And you know, when you have been referred to the people, the people are very ruthless. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that there was a scheme to swallow ODM. There was a scheme to kill ODM. And the scheme has been demonstrated by the current president that he was never interested in multi-party democracy. That's why he was compromising with my good friends from Mount Kenya that we must form Jubilee. Let us tuweke tu chama moja. We must form UDA. And I'm glad that now Gachagua has also brought DCP, Martha Karua kona yake, Oura maintain Jubilee. We as ODM, I told you that we are doing a certain contract right now. We as ODM people, we are not going to allow William Ruto to swallow ODM. He's not going to swallow ODM. And you know, I'm speaking from a point of information. We want to handle things in the right manner. Mm-hmm. We know where we are. Yeah. We know where we are going. I know very well. The ODM party will remain one of the multi-parties in this country. UDA is not a party. The people want to quit ODM. They let them join UDA. People like Mbadi, Opio and I, they can go to UDA. There is a space, Kaloma, they can go. And also the brokers can also as well go. But people want to remain in ODM. They will remain. They will advocate for the ideologies of the late Raila Odinga. Mm-hmm. They will advocate for the philosophy of the Raila Odinga. Until that right time, we will see them fit to have a new political party or not. But as things stand right now, we are very sorry. The president is not going to swallow ODM.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Miguda, for that. And let me just part of the what Winnie Odinga said. So Winnie Odinga spoke about as ODM. ODM was not born in Boardroom, nor more made in Bedroom. So in future, we will not discuss through pillow talks. ODM was born in protest, raised in resilience, and the people of ODM have time and time again bared sweat and shed tears for this country. The enduring spirit of ODM is rooted in sacrifice and relentless quest for justice that continues to shape its journey on the Kenya political landscape. And that's what Winnie said. But like, if also you listen to her, he said that she knows those who are working with them, they're with us during the day, but at night they're meeting somewhere so that they can sell the party. And you know, this issue of the party, being sold, it is not very new, especially after the death of Baba. So many people have been talking about it, and today Winnie was talking about this, and which means this is something that is there from the look of things. And I told you, Mr. Joseph, before you come in, where people will pick the momentum of ODM, it will be Kakango Jaramogi. And that momentum, Winnie will be part of that. Do you know the reason I'm telling you why? One, Winnie, there's something with Winnie that Winnie connects with the people very easily. And do you know the reason why Winnie connects with the people? Because Winnie has been with Baba for, especially during his campaign, and even like family members. The other day, you had the brother was saying he's like his personal, the PA for the father. So that trust that people had for Raila Odinga, people can have it in Winnie. I don't know whether that one can be true. And once Winnie will be done with Iala, ODM will take a change in terms of leadership. Secondly, monitor very well the body language of Winnie and Sifuna. And it will tell you something that Winnie is somebody in ODM. And today, I wanted to monitor very well because like at some point I had, there was a time I had Marco Ura was talking about Sifuna. And today I wanted to look at, because today was a youth meeting. I wanted to see whether he could be given an opportunity and speak and tell Sifuna one-on-one that you're not speaking on behalf of ODM. Now, look at what Orengo said. I told you, there's also another person that you should also watch. Watch Ida, watch Orengo, and Anyang' Nyong'o. Those three people, they have something. Mr. Joseph, what do you have to say about the Winnie speech?
Thank you. I want to tell the people in the comment section, wacheni kupiga Miguda sana. Miguda has a democratic right to join a party. But I think as we are talking, Miguda has more info. He's among the members of the party. I think he has more info than us. But yes. I had said, I came here and I prophesied.
Yeah.
Many people will say I'm a false prophet or something. But I came here and I prophesied and I told you what will happen with ODM party. And I told you that the family of Raila Odinga, Winnie will become a force to reckon with as people are thinking about the people like Akina Wanga and Akina Junet. Those ones are a non-figure in the ODM team. Those ones, I think even they'll get a very hard time. If they don't toe the party line, I think they'll get, I think we were talking today and I told you that it's going to be messy. Why was I telling you it's going to be messy and with casualties? It's because of what you heard Winnie Odinga saying today. She spoke what has been in the minds of the mom, who is Aida, what has been in the minds of the youth, the youth leader, who is Oburu Oginga. He spoke the minds of what was in his father's mind, because many of these guys, they are coming and telling us ati Raila alitupigia simu sijui mara akatuambia ati tutasupport nini, ati ninafaa kusupport broad base. The only person who can tell us what really Raila wanted as an insider is only Winnie and the mom. We cannot take insiders like Akina Badi. They are the ones who are going to come and tell us what Raila's last moments were and what he was wishing for as the continuation of ODM. I can take it as keen as the people who are surrounded by him. And you have been hearing the stories that Winnie was very close to the dad. And I think if you want to know if he was close to the dad. You need to know to see with how Winnie talks. You can see there is a Raila semblance in her. The Raila who fought for the country. You can see the semblance even in the speech. People only come here and pick some clips and small clips. But if you hear how Winnie was talking today, you can truly say she's a leader, and she's been molded to become to one. I think even the people who are surrounding her, most of them, Akina Oburu, they are helping to mold this lady. And her speech today just said everything that her mom and the people. Unajua kuna siku nilikuja hapa mkaniambia mliniambia nini brother Benson? Kuna kitu uliniambia hapa ile wakati nilikuja. Niambia there is the owners and there is the what? Kuna wale wanashika nini? Naitwa aje? There is something you told me. Brother Benson.
Yes, I cannot remember, but like kuna the wanachama na mwenye chama.
There is something else you told me. There is some people you called. You told me.
Oh, the trustees.
Yeah, the trustee. Yeah, you had told me about the trustee, and I think the trustees have spoken. That is what I'm going to tell you, because the trustees are using their Winnie as their mouthpiece. And if you want to know that that is the direction they are taking, just go and see Orengo. If you see Orengo, Winnie, Sifuna talking in one language, bro, leave the other people. The other ones, leave them. Wamepatiwa cheo tu. Wamepatiwa tu hiyo cheo ya chairmanship na madeputy, but hawana nguvu, bro. They don't have any power. The power resides in that. In what we said here in the show, the power resides in Kakango Kajaramogi. That is what you say. The power resides there. So I think that is just it. Winnie just said what everyone in near the ODM power is saying. That is what she was saying. Wachana na wale wengine wa kuongea mingi. Those ones, they have no power. It's just talking too much.
Hello. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. So when you listen to what even Orengo says, that ODM does not need Ruto and Ruto needs ODM, what does that one mean actually? And we know very well that ODM is they signed a broad-based government. Miguda, what do you say about that?
Okay. Before I say what Orengo said, it's very important to respond to Judith Kwarithwa and Goodyear. I think they were not here. Not that I was a member of ODM, and I explained it here, Joseph had me. I said, when Baba died, and after all the dust settles, I was called. I was called by my people. In fact, I was called. Not that I joined ODM willingly. I was called. They told me, we want to give you a certain seat here. Look for a political party that resonates so well with us. And if you look at the constituents, at the people's representation, ODM is the dominant party. And if that is the case, if I want to contest 2027 election, I can't go to representation partyless. Of course, I must look for a party to sponsor me in that case. And as I said before, where I'm supposed to run, DCP is not there. Jubilee is not there. YP is not there. All those, the ODM is dominant. So how do you expect me to run? I was compelled that I have no option but join the party. Not that I've been a member of ODM. I joined ODM, and I was very clear here that I joined ODM. I think it is 2 weeks ago when I told Joseph and Brother Benson here. So there were 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I've not even joined formally. I've told that right now we are still in consultation, and I was very clear that my agent is in consultation with the party and the sponsor. So once we are done with the sponsor and the party, We will be formal, and we will be, and we will join ODM if that is the vehicle that can make us to go somewhere. So that's my position. So no, not that I lied or no, I never lied.
So
I was
maybe
very clear.
before you contribute to your to your, what made you to change your mind that if to you and your agents to join ODM, because this is coming at a time immediately after the loss of Baba. We lost Baba.
Okay, like I've told you, you must look at the terrain, your environment where you are going to vie.
Yes.
You must look at the people.
Yeah.
The people who are proposing you, they are majority of them are ODM live members. How are you going to represent them outside the party, which they are not live members? Because they're the same people who are going to nominate you. So if there is nomination, they will nominate you with their party. If it is implementation, they will elect their party. So looking at the people, the population who want you to represent them, they're exactly members of ODM. What do? You look at the even if that is not the case. If you look at the values of the ODM right now, so I cannot say that I can remain. I can go to them and start saying I'm partyless. I want to represent you. No, sometimes you will allow the people kukupanga. It is the people who want you, not me. Me, I never force myself to them. They called me and told me, you come. So if it is the people's agenda, you must follow the people's heart. So that's why I think I'm vested there. That's why I decided to go in ODM. But I've not done things formally. So once things are done formally, you will know.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
So
the issue of Orengo, I think I've explained it, and that has been my position. The issue of Orengo.
Yes. And you need to put today. You are not putting people's comments on the screen.
Okay, let me.
Getting angry.
let me. Okay, now that is. Now Miguda is no longer general. Laban Misiani, I can see your CEOs is gathering the momentum, playing the part. Miguda, are there no generals? Where are you? Where you are going for nomination? So now they are on the screen, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
but if you could be coming to the show daily, you could have been having information, like my good brother Benson and Joseph have information. I've told I was a general in the DRA party for Makobura. And the DRA party right now, they don't have resources, there's no logistic, it is not popular, no one knows it. So why do you waste your time there?
Stop gaslighting back, brother.
And people want you to represent them. Today, when we call Joseph, we want you to be the president. Take UGM party. You know what happened to David Maraga? David Maraga was called. Actually, UGM party was for Agostino Neto. Neto had to call David Maraga, come here. You are the party leader today. They install him. So Maraga had an option, but to go with what the people have said. Like me, I have an option, but to follow the people. I can't decide for the people. It is them decide for me. And that's what we call leadership. So up to that point, I don't regret. If that is the vehicle that can propel me to if that is the people's wish and will and God's will, so be it. And actually, it is always good to have a party if you are going to a representation house. Anyway, that's a story for another day. We'll discuss that one in details once we do it formally with the party, with the sponsor, and with the agents. Right now, things are outside there for gambling. So the issue of Orengo, and the issue of Orengo, and also, when we used to follow Orengo, like I told you, Orengo has been my political mentor by the time I was in 2007 today. So even when Orengo differed with Baba, we were where Orengo was, and we were compelled to go to State House. And also remember, anyway, the issue of there are many things we discuss sometimes. The issue of Orengo. Orengo has just said that ODM party must not be controlled or decided for by anybody. And Orengo has just hit on Ruto that you cannot decide for us for the first time that ODM party will either form government or be part of the government.
Yeah.
ODM has always presented a presidential candidate. There have never been any intent that, okay, today you want to be form part of the government or form government. As a political party, even today, Gachagua just formed DCP yesterday. Gachagua is focused to capture power. There is no day Gachagua say that he will form part or no. As a political party, you must be focused on what you want. In a political contest, you must come to the table with one thing, that we want the presidency, or we want to capture the power, or we want to the position of the deputy president. So that's a political party. That's number one. Number two, Orengo said that ODM party should not be like now. She should not look like it's an orphan party because Baba's died now. It is just there for William Ruto. No, ODM party must remain strong. And also remember these things. You know, if you do deep in political science, that's what we call negotiation in politics. You can't just give in easily in a political environment like Kenya where you have coalitions. If you remain steadfast and you have not unleashed your cards to your opponent, that's how you negotiate. That's what you call a tough negotiator. Because right now, if you just give in to William Ruto, and in case he form alliance with ODM, like what I've said, if today Ruto come to ODM and become the presidential flag bearer, they will tell you that, okay, ODM has captured the presidency. Let us give other people, if they join hands with DCP and other, let us give DCP the position of deputy president or ministers. Because you, ODM, you have the presidency, now allow other people also to have position. But remember, ODM initially without Ruto, we had some members. So we are going to take this member. So in political science, if you go into deep, you understand that at times you must negotiate tough. How do you negotiate tough? You don't disclose to your opponent everything, that okay, now because you gave a state funeral, now because Baba is gone, sisi tuko serikali, we are supported until 2032, until 2 term. No, that's not how you negotiate politically. You must remain steadfast, and always you must remain the party that everybody eye for. So if right now you give easily to Ruto, now you don't have even a chance. So if Ruto become 1 term, what will happen to you? So you must also be strategic. By the time we are reaching 2027, we will know the next president. We got the statistics, we got the opinion poll, we got the regional balancing, we got the compost. So we will know that this team is likely to win. Then you go there, you negotiate toughly. So, but that's what we are trying to tell the people. Do not commit the party. Do not commit the region that we are going to support on what basis, on what structures. That's not how things work formally. So if you look at what Odinga is trying to tell the people, Odinga is trying to open their eyes that this is not how things are being done politically. And that's why I never gave in. It was like, tuko ndani, tuko nje. For you to negotiate further with your opponent, because anything can happen. What if, unfortunately, there is no president by 2027? What will you do? Because you have committed to 2032. What if Jesus Christ decide to come tomorrow? So what I'm trying to say is that Orengo is trying to make it clear that we as the people of ODM, or as a party, there is a general agreement, the broad-based government, that we are working on a 10-point agenda. But there was no any agreement that the party is going to support William Ruto 2027. There was no agreement that because you are in that broad-based government, even if people are being abducted, even if people are being maimed and killed, even if people's rights and human rights are being violated, because you have committed, now you should not talk about those things. That is wrong. That's not how governance works. You can even oppose within. That's what we have, checks and balances. So when someone wants to subject you that because you have committed in a structured, broad-based government, now I'm going to steal your taxes, but shut up because you are supporting me. Shut up because you're supporting me. I'm at liberty to abduct people. You keep quiet. Don't condemn. I'm at liberty to violate human rights. You just keep quiet. Really? If that is what you want us to do, then we can say, okay, you people, you can do them. But as for we people who are taught in principles, and also who have learned from the school of our hero, we are better in opposition, standing for the rights of the people and good governance, than being in government, violating people's rights and promoting bad governance. That's what we are not going to do. And for the information, let me tell you, if that is the case, that we must work with you to violate people's rights and bad governance. We have never been in governments and we have never been president. So it's not going to cost us anything. That's what people are. I'm reporting to you what the people are saying. That if people must be in government, now you can violate people's rights, you can steal taxes, you can manipulate people. Just you keep quiet. We are in government. You don't talk. No. There are many ways. There are many places you can be, because you can be in opposition, even in parliament. Also, you can be in minority side, and also he talked about the structure of the constitution. If you go to the National Assembly today, ODM, the minority party is the ODM. In the Senate, the minority party is the ODM. And how can you say that this minority party today it has been swallowed? How? It cannot be swallowed. So what I'm trying to say in short, you can hoodwink some people.
Yeah.
You can manipulate some people in a group, but there are people in that group who will still defend the principles of principles of good governance, national value. Even if you kill everybody, there must be two people who will remain. So for me, my friends, we are going to follow those people in that party. But for the people who want to do other things, they cannot do other things. But let me tell you, even if you can get it from Winnie, and this is my last point. Winnie, Odinga, there are some. If you are, there are some friends who cannot betray you. But even people have been telling us, these old people, that your son or your daughter cannot betray you, but your wife can betray you, or maybe your sisters or bros cannot betray you. So if you look at this context, the bros and the sis for the deceased, and the daughter and the wife and some two friends are speaking the same language. But there are a good number of friends, many, who are in a divergent opinion. So to me, I tend to believe I tend to believe what my daughter or my son can tell me than what my wife tell me. Or I can tend to believe my bro and my sister. So in this all mix up of things, I can say that ODM party, from where I'm looking at it, ODM party, or the power, that power, that power came from the people. And if you want it, you must go to the people. And these people still pay allegiance to the deceased. So when Winnie spoke, Orengo spoke, Sifuna spoke, they speak the same language. People tend to trust them because this is the daughter of the deceased. So she might speak exactly the mind of the deceased. So to that extent, I can just say, like I've told you people, there's no hurry here. We don't mean to be hurry. Just relax.
All right.
What I know and I can tell you, people who have been broken and people who have been doing night meetings, their days are numbered. They are not going to get away with it.
Okay, Miguda, thank you so much. And as a good member of ODM, we will be here keenly watching on how everything is going to transpire. But Joseph, I want to come to you because, now what we are getting from the meeting of today, actually, there are cracks, and the celebration at 20. I think is also as a team building. This is the right time, even those cracks that they are seeing in ODM, they can mend them and start to speak in one voice, and even to form a strong political party. Because one thing that we have to agree, Mr. Joseph, despite the fact that what is happening in the Kenyan context, on the Kenyan politics of today, there's no single political party that can form the government or can go to election by itself. What is here that there must be a coalition. So where does that one leaves ODM if veteran members like James Orengo are making this pronouncement at celebration at 20, which President William Ruto will be attending before the end of the week? And Winnie or Solstice too say that we are not in broad-based government. You find that they're starting to speak about not speaking line to the government. Where does this one now leave ODM leadership and the broad-based government?
Thank you for that question. I was hearing Brother Miguda, and I think Laban is very happy. You know, Miguda is back home. He's feeling very warm. Miguda has gone back home. But there's something that has been said that we are eating. Brother, there is nothing we are eating. There is nothing I've eaten.
Yeah.
If you're thinking you have eaten something, I've not eaten anything. I think they are saying that tumeguzishwa, there is something we are eating. Mimi sijapata kitu. I think they know where the people are eating. So I want to start with this one. You have asked me a very good question. The cracks in ODM. I want to start with how the ODM team traveled to Mombasa, if you are following. Did you follow how they traveled to Mombasa? Some of them went through the SGR.
Yeah.
And some of them flew in. And some of them even drove to Mombasa. I think you heard that.
Yeah.
So even the way they got to Mombasa shows that there is a crack in ODM. There is truly a big crack in ODM. Because if we could have, I checked, people don't check these things. These things, they always tend to slide from them. I was seeing when these people who are in the SGR, they were being interviewed. And when you look at these people who are being interviewed by the Citizen camera crewman and the crew, they were saying that they are going to ODM at 20, and you could hear them very happy. But you could see the clique of the people who are in that SGR. They are people who have one kind of voice in a certain place. And then the people who are deviating from them, they were not in that SGR. You could not see the likes of Sifuna in that SGR. You did not see the likes of Winnie in that SGR. Did you see any likes of Akinototsi in that SGR? You did not see them. The people you saw who are Junet, Wanga, who else?
I saw
Rosabuyu,
Mm-hmm.
and there was Gladys Wanga.
Yeah.
And you know how they have been talking, these guys. You know what they have been talking about. They have been talking about how they are in the broad-based government. Those people that you saw in that train. But the people who flew in the other time, you could hear them saying, no, it's different. See hivyo nyinyi mnasema. It's not the way you are saying that it's broad-based. So clearly the cracks are there. You don't need even for anybody to just kusoma mingi ati uko ndani ati cracks ziko wapi. Cracks are even in how they travel to Mombasa. It's very evident. And it's also evident that the only person who is holding the glue together is because they fear Oburu Odinga. That is the only person they fear in the party, and they fear Mingipin. That is the people they fear. Because if these guys they are going to tell to take the direction of the party and say that we are going to these certain directions, they are afraid they can be able watamezwa na hii nini inaitagwa aje kama hii limeza Jonah. They are afraid that they are going to mezwa wote
and samaki.
Watamezwa na samaki bwana, and they don't know where they are going to lead. Because I told you, Brother Beso, one more thing that I'm going to prophesy to you here today. In 2027, it's going to be messy, and it's going to have casualties in Luo Nyanza. Not even in Luo Nyanza alone, even in ODM strongholds like Mombasa. It's going to be messy, and it's going to have casualties. And most of them, I see the people who are still saying about broad-based. You know, not everybody as our brother Laban is saying here ati ni two term. Si kila mtu ati ana support hiyo two term watu wanasema. Other people have another idea. And I told you, the place that I know, what I know, when I saw Uhuru talking with these guys, I knew there is something different that is going to come out.
Yeah.
I just knew. Sasa niliona tu sasa alibakia huko Opoda farm. I knew something is going to change. And from that day, I came here and I told you I'm prophesying. And I think what I prophesied is coming true. You can clearly see by the things that I was saying. It's evident that the more stronger part is taking over ODM. And watu wakina hata leo ungeona Junet vile alikuwa ameingia baridi bwana.
Yeah.
That is not the Junet we know, bro. We don't. That is not. And the other person I would like to hear from Miguda to tell me about is called Buddy. I would like Miguda to tell me about Buddy because that is the only person. I think he's conflicted. He's a person who is conflicted in thoughts because I hear he said that aliota na baba mara 7 na baba anamwambia aendelee kuwa broad-based government. So I was seeing Sifuna akimrudishia akimwambia whatever I told you nimeota na baba na akaniambia tutoke broad-based. So I would like to know because I think it's very difficult for ODM. It is not going to be sudden, Brother Benson. Haitakuwa sudden breakup. It is going to take a very long time before they break up. But eventually, if it's not going to be structured, saizi ya watu wasikizani, Brother Benson. It's just that they want. It's just because it was the 20th anniversary. That's why they can try to pretend they are one. But you can see clearly Gladys Wanga is not happy with the likes of Sifuna. He's not very happy. And he's thinking of how they are going to take them to the government.
All right. And thank you so much. And I was just looking at a video, photos that Winnie posted 2 hours ago and say that we opposition leader departed today for the ODM at 20 celebration in Mombasa. So, and if you look at that post at 20 celebration, it was posted like 2 hours ago. And this is Winnie. There's one caption her with Sifuna and with the good governor of Mombasa. Msimamo habari gani?
Mzuri.
Kwanza nataka kukuomba radhi. Kuna wakati ambapo tulikuwa kwa kipindi lakini ukaandika pale ulikuwa unaitisha link, nikakuja nikaona baada ya kipindi kuisha. Mimi nakuomba radhi kakaangu.
Hamna shida, nimeridhia ndugu yangu, nimeridhia wala hamna tatizo kwa hilo.
Okay, asante sana. Leo ni siku ya pili ya kusherekea chama chetu ama chama kubwa ambacho kinaitwa ODM, na kuna maneno ambayo yametamkwa pale na maviongozi mbalimbali. Mojawapo ilikuwa ni Sifuna, Orengo, na sana sana ya Winnie inakaa imevutia watu wengi. Watu wakokuwa wanatarajia Winnie atazungumza vile. Kwako wewe unaona hayo matamshi ama hayo maneno ambayo yalisemwa na Winnie italeta wimbi ama italeta muonekano mpya katika chama cha ODM, watu wakuwe na fikra tofauti?
Kwa kweli, msema kweli ni mpenzi wa Mungu. Huku kwetu tunaamini hivyo, maana ni kwa Waislamu. Lakini tukirudi katika vitabu vyetu vya Kikristo tunasema sema kweli uwekwe huru. Speech ya Winnie sikuipata kwa sababu nilifikia wakati na mimi nikaenda nikatafuta majukumu yangu. So by the time nimerudi ndio napata kipindi kinaendelea hapa. In fact nilikuwa kwa njia ndio nikajaribu kutumana hiyo link, ndio nikakimbia nyumbani ili niwahi hiki kipindi. So for real, kwa kweli sitaki kuwa mtu wa kuingia tu nisipokuwa na hoja ya speech ya Winnie. Kile nimeacha pale ni sura za kina Junet, nilikuwa na Junet na mwingine hapo karibu, zilikuwa zinaashiria utofauti, nikaachia pale, lakini nikajenga hoja yangu kwamba hapa sasa swali langu likali narudi pale pale ambapo naomba hapa pia nipate majibu ili niondoe taka za masikio kwamba hivi msukumo huu wa mara mbili those believes on they are in government and those who believes they are in government but up to 2027 as per grid.
Sasa labda
Yeah, so mimi nikachia pale, lakini kwa kweli Winnie, kama mnaweza cheza nisikize, alafu pia naweza nikajenga hoja zangu pale, kwa sababu ni mkomavu katika masuala haya, so naweza nikapick moja wapo, lakini kwa kweli sikuisikiza speech ya Winnie kaka yangu.
Okay, asante sana. Wacha niangalie kama tunaweza icheza. Lakini labda tukiangalia katika kongamano ambayo linafanyika Mombasa, ambao wanasherehekea miaka 20 ya chama, kuna kitu ambacho labda hao wenyewe wanaweza kakaa chini waongee na wakuje waongee katika kauli moja, wapatiane wafuasi wa ODM kauli kwamba mambo yetu ni hichi, kwamba hichi ndio kitu ambacho labda sisi tutakuwa tunafanya, labda wasikue kwamba kila mtu anazungumzia kivyake, ambao tumekuwa tukiona wakati ambao maviongozi wako jukwani.
Kosa kubwa la ODM kwamba wanasahau kwamba ni chama cha wananchi na wako kwa niaba ya wananchi. Before watoe maamuzi, wameweza kuingia mashinani kuangalia opinions za wanachama wao zinasemaje, kwa sababu wao ndo wanahitaji kuongozwa katika misingi kimaoni yangu, lakini kwa sababu wao ni viongozi ni sawa pia akututafunia sisi wananchi tujue kumeza tu si mbaya. Lakini je, mbona mimi nasikia kichefuchefu hapa, nasikia kizungumkuti? Hizi njia mbili hizi za mvutano zinaashiria nini? Na huyu anasema ni kweli baba, sisi tumekuwa na yeye muda mrefu, tunajua, tumeishi na yeye, mimi nimeoteshwa, mimi niliambiwa hivi kwamba tuko kwa broad based government na tutaisupport kwa sababu tumekuwa upinzani for long, na this time around sisi tuko kwa government. Je, ni kwa niaba ya nani? Kwa mwananchi? Ni mapendekezo ya mwananchi au ni mapendekezo ya viongozi? Na kuna hawa wanasema sisi tuko kwa broad based government kwa mkataba wa mambo yetu 10, lakini mkataba huu ulikuwa unaishia 2027. Kisha tujipange sasa, tufanye maamuzi, aidha kama ni kusupport government ama kama ni kutoa mgombea ama kama ni kuenda upande gani, ni wakati huo ukifika. But for the time being sisi tuko kwa broad based government kwa sababu ya niaba ya yale 10 ambao tuliweza kuafikiana kwenye meza. So katika huu mvutano huu mwananchi ambaye hapa ndio mlengwa, kwa sababu yeye ndiye mwanachama kweli, wao hawatoshi mboga pasipo kuhusishwa mwananchi kikamilifu kuweza kukipenda chama hiki kama kilivyokuwa kimependwa awali, kutokana na kiongozi ambaye alikuwa yupo, watu wamejenga imani na yeye, watu wamekipenda hiki chama. Na ndio maana mtu alikuwa akisimama kwa ODM ni haraka kupigiwa kura, kwa sababu ni watu ambao wanaamini kwamba ni chama ambacho kina mtu ambaye ni komavu na ni mwana mageuzi. So for now huu mvutano huu, sura ambazo nimezisoma haswa kwa wale ambao walikuwa wamekaa bench na hao ambao walikuwa kina Simba Rati wakitangaza, mimi nilikuwa naangalia wale ambao wanaamini broad based government kwa vinywa vyao, wakikaa kwa mabagari ama kwa mahali popote, wakipata nafasi ya kuzungumza kuhutubia wananchi, wananadi kwamba they are in government, na hiyo ndio hakuna mtu wa kuweza kuwatoa hapa. Nikaona kuna nyuso ambazo haziashirii uwiano, kwamba hapa ndani kuna uwiano wa kikamilifu, kwamba wako kwa 20 anniversary kwa kutengeneza chama, pia kuomboleza, lakini vile vile kuhakikisha kwamba chama kinabaki imara, na hakikisha kwamba viongozi ambao wamewataua kama huyu mzee wetu haswa Odinga kushikilia hapo, na wale wengine ambao wameweza kupewa nyadhifa kuziba zile ambazo nafasi kwa zimeachwa wazi. Yani sioni kwamba katika mfumo kuna makubaliano ya wote kwamba njia ndio hii, ndivyo angalau mwananchi aflow kwa hapo. Sisi bado unaona kuna kama ugumu fulani. Kuna wale ambao wanahisi sijui labda pengine baba kuenda wameondokewa na kibuli, kwa hakuna mtu anaweza waziba tena, kwa hivyo watu wana wasiwasi huenda pengine waka kosa nafasi zao tuenda kwa 2027. So kwa kweli hakika ndugu yangu hapa mimi nashindwa najibu. Nashindwa najibu, ndio maana nimekuja hapa at least nisikize kwamba ODM mwelekeo utakuwa ni gani. Watabaki kwa serikali kama wanavyosema wao waliachwa kwa serikali ama watabaki kwa wananchi ambako wanaangalia huu mzigo ambao tuko nao ambao tumetwikwa kama taifa.
Asante sana na labda kwa sababu unapata kwamba kuna manunguniko tu kwa wale baadhi wa wafuasi wa ODM. Kila mtu anafikiria tofauti, kwa sababu kuna wale ambao wanaamini kuwa ama wale ambao wanasema kwamba waliambiwa kwamba wabaki katika serikali, na wale pia hawakubaliana na hayo. Lakini ukipata kwamba kama ule mheshimiwa Mbadi ambapo alikuwa anasema kwamba kuna ndoto ambayo ameota baba akimwambia kwamba wabaki kwa serikali, na lakini unaangalia zile kanuni na msimamo ambazo ODM wamechukua kama wale ambao wanatetea watu wa chini ama watu ambao ni walala hoi, unaona ni watu ambao wanasimamia sana kikatiba, na unapata kwamba unasema kwamba tubaki hapa, lakini unapata kwamba hayo vitu ambazo ODM wanasimamia, na we pia ni mwana ODM, unapata kwamba hazitekelezwi. Sasa itakuwaje? Utabaki pahali ambao labda unaona kwamba hizi shida ambao watu wanapigania hazipatiwi suluhisho.
Na ndio hapo nasema kwendako kutakuwa na mgawanyiko kama wataendelea katika hali ya kuvutana.
Alright.
Kutakuwa na mgawanyiko, na kama kutakuwa na mgawanyiko kaka, ina maana ODM haitakuwa kama ilivyokuwa awali, itachukua muda kuweza kuiregesha mali ilipokuwa, ambapo ni rahisi tu kama wataweza kumsikiza kwanza mwananchi yuko wapi, yuko kwa broad based government ama yuko wapi, kwa sababu huyo ndio mlengwa. Okay. Chama ni gari ya kutupeleka katika masuala na uchaguzi, lakini mwisho wa siku yote tunafanya kwa niaba ya yule mlengwa. Lakini huyu mlengwa kwa kweli, je, amehusishwa kikamilifu? Maoni yake yameonyesha kweli ana haja kubaki kwa serikali, kwa sababu isichukuliwe kwamba hiki chama ni cha Waluo peke yake kama ambavyo kinanadiwa na hawa viongozi ambao nimejaribu kuangalia since baba alivyoondoka mpaka sasa hivi, na hawa ambao wanaamini kwamba tuliacho kwa government. It's like wanataka tu kuchukua ule umaarufu kwamba ni chama cha sehemu moja peke yake, wakati ODM hakijajengwa katika misingi hiyo. Misingi ya ODM ni chama ambacho kimedominate kila mahali. Pwani huku kimedominate kwa miaka, na sehemu zingine ambayo kimekuwa western, na sehemu zingine ambazo kimedominate kama chama cha kitaifa, chama cha watu wote. So nao hawa viongozi kimtazamo wangu ambao wanaamini kwamba they are in broad based government, na baba aliwaacha hapo ndani ya broad based government, mbona ni kama wanajaribu kuona kwamba wanataka kujaribu kuleta tu Waluo peke yake kwamba ni chama cha Waluo, instead ya kwamba hiki ni chama cha kitaifa, chama cha Wakenya wote. Ndio hapa napozungumza kwamba maoni ya sisi wananchi ama sisi wanachama, mfano ama wanachama wa ODM, unaona, yanafaa kusikizwa kwanza, ndipo kama ni maamuzi basi wa viongozi waje katika maamuzi kwamba jamani, ni kweli sisi tunavutana hapa, lakini mbona mwananchi analenga huku, mbona mwananchi msimamo wake uko huku. Basi kama mwananchi amesema yuko, ama mwanachama wa ODM amesema sisi tuko kwa broad based government na wingi wa wanachama wa ODM wako hapo, basi wa viongozi wagande hapo. Ikiwa wanachama hawako hapo, wako nje ya broad based government, basi wasizozane hapa, kwa sababu hiki ni chama huru, ni chama cha kitaifa, si chama tu cha ngome fulani. Hiyo ndo mchango wangu ambao naweza nikazungumzia kwa leo, kaka yangu.
Asante sana kaka. Mimi nakushukuru sana kuchukua muda wako kuja kuzungumza na sisi, na bado tuko hapa tumebakia dakika karibu kama 20 ndio tufunge kipindi hichi chetu. Lakini mimi nataka kuuliza ndugu yangu Miguda ambaye juzi kati hivi karibuni ameamua kwamba anarudi kwa chama kwa sababu watu wake wamempigia simu wakamwambia we lazima sasa ugombee, huko ndio tunataka. Sasa Miguda, we nataka, kwa sababu kakangu amezungumzia jambo ambalo ni la muhimu sana, kwa sababu tunaona baadhi ya watu ama baadhi ya viongozi kutoka eneo la Nyanza, ile matamshi na hata picha ambayo inaonekana wanaona kwamba chama cha ODM inakani yao, na sana sana wakisisitiza kwamba sisi tuliwachwa kwa serikali, unakuwa ni kama jamii. Sasa nyinyi kama watu wa chama sasa, Miguda, unaona kama hii inafanya sehemu fulani za nchi ambapo kuna wafuasi wa ODM wanatengwa?
Kabla nijibu swali lako,
Unajua Brother Benson, ni vizuri tuelewane vizuri hapa. Mimi nimesema sijaingia ODM formally. Kuna mambo ya formally.
Okay.
Mimi bado nafanya what we call consultation. Lakini dalili zinaonyesha kwamba iwapo nikuje ning'ang'anie kiti hapa mbele, hii uchaguzi inakuja, ile chama ambayo nazang'ang'ania nayo ni ODM. Hiyo ndio la kitu lazima. Lakini pia si lazima tumesema nitang'ang'ania. Pengine yule sponsor wangu anasema ya kwamba ngoja kiasi. Unaelewa kile nimesema? Sasa lazima tuelewane hapo. Sasa wakati huu nasema tu, nimesema ile wakati nitaingia formally ambaye ni kwe live member, hiyo nitakuja wazi niseme ya kwamba kwa vile kwanza leo mimi ni mwanachama wa ODM. Sasa hizi si ati nimesema ati mimi natetea ODM, hapana. Ama mimi niko hapa kupinga ODM, hapana. Mimi nimesema tu wakati mwafaka ikifika, kama lazima ning'ang'anie kiti, hii uchaguzi unakuja, pahali ambaye nafaa kung'ang'ania kiti, kile chama ambaye iko na maarufu huko na wale wafuasi wa chama wako ni wengi chama cha ODM. Ni kwa mfano leo hii niende pale Mbeere North na chama cha ODM, hiyo nitaanguka asubuhi. Sasa kitu kama hiyo, hizo vitu kama kisiasa lazima angalia. Pia sisi sema ya kwamba ukiitwa huwezi kataa wito juu wewe umesema ati mimi niko partyless. Sasa kama uko partyless unasema kuja kuna vitu zema. Sasa wakati sijaingia huko formally, nikiingia mtajua, na hapa nisipoingia pia nitakuja niseme hapa. Sasa ningependa kusema hivi juu naona kama Kiswahili imewaka hapa. Sasa ningependa kusema hivi, kulingana na mimi kama Mkenya, ama kulingana na mimi yule mwenye akona marafiki pale ODM, niseme hivi, kwa maoni yangu chama cha ODM ni chama cha wananchi, na chama cha ODM ni chama cha Wakenya. Na vile vile wakati tunafanya uamuzi katika maisha ya kisiasa lazima usikize wananchi. Ndiposa mimi nimesema hata ingawa mimi niko na akili zangu kama binadamu, lakini wananchi wanasema aje? Wananchi wanataka nini? Ni chama kipi wananchi wanataka? Ni jambo kipi wananchi wanataka? Ndiposa nasema mimi naenda pale kama mimi nasema mimi niko na akili yangu, mimi niko partyless, lakini nasema hapana, sisi lazima tukue katika chama yetu. Lazima usikize wananchi. Na hizo ndio siasa ambayo sisi tulifundishwa na yule kiongozi wetu. Tulifundishwa kwamba wakati wote tunataka kufanya uamuzi kisiasa, lazima usikize wananchi. Sasa kama wananchi wamezungumuza, sauti ya wananchi ni sauti ya Mungu. Wananchi wakisema wewe chukua hiyo chama. Sasa hivi ndio mambo iko. Sasa nisema katika ODM unapata ya kwamba kuna uamuzi ya wananchi na kuna msimamo ya wananchi kwa sasa hivi. Na ukizungumza wananchi, kuna vile wananchi wanataka. Lakini kuna wale baadhi ya viongozi katika chama cha ODM wanataka kulazimisha watu na vitu ambazo hata wananchi hawazitaki. Kwa mfano, unapata kuna mtu ni waziri katika serikali ya William Ruto, na yeye peke yake ndiye anafaidika katika hiyo mamlaka mbaya, lakini anakuja na kulazimisha kwamba wewe lazima uwe katika serikali. Hapo unasema hapana, huwezi tulazimisha tu katika serikali ambao sisi kama wananchi hatuoni matunda ya hiyo serikali. Na hapa hatutambeleza mtu, hata watu wasema sijui ati unapinga rais ama unapinga chama. Hii hatuwezi mbeleza watu. Kama lazima tuingie katika hiyo chama ndio tusifu kitu hatuoni, hii hatutaingia. Hata wao watu wanaodia wanatujua vizuri, wanajua sisi ni kina nani. Sasa nasema hivi, ni chama cha ODM ni chama cha wananchi, si chama cha watu fulani ama watu tatu wanakaa kwa kona hapo wanaamulia watu. Sasa leo tunaenda aje? Umekuja kwa wananchi kauliza wananchi. Sasa kitu sisi tunaona kama wananchi ambao sisi tunaangalia chama katika angle fulani, wanafaa kujumuisha wananchi wote na ile uamuzi ya wananchi ya kwamba chama cha ODM kina msimamo na kiko na zile maadili ambayo kila msee wanajua inayo chama. Sasa wakati wanataka kufanya uamuzi, lazima waende kwa wananchi waulize, wananchi tufanye aje? Lakini si watu wawili waenda pale wanaamulia watu, alafu wanasema sisi kama chama tumesema tunaunga rais mpaka 2032. Nani alisema hiyo kitu? That's why kabla Raila Odinga age dunia alikutana na wale wanachama na alisema ya kwamba do not commit the party. Hiyo alisema. Akasema pia sisi kama ODM tunaunga hii serikali mkono mpaka 2027. Then baadaye tutakaa chini tuzungumuze. Sasa ukisema hizo vitu watu wanasema wewe ni adui, mara wewe alisema. Napenda kumaliza na kusema ya kwamba sisi ODM pekee, hizi chama zote, hizi vyama vyote zote ni za wananchi. Wewe sema ya kwamba hii chama ni ya Wakikuyu, hii chama ni ya Wajaluo, hii chama ni ya Wamasai, hii chama ni ya Tugen. Hapana, chama ni ya wananchi, na kama wananchi wamechukua uamuzi fulani, nyinyi kama wale officials wa chama nafaa kuheshimu hiyo uamuzi. Ndipo sasa tunasema ya kwamba unajua sasa hizi tunazungumzia ODM, sasa nadhani ODM. Hapana, hizi vyama vyote ni za wananchi. Na mimi kitu ambaye napigania na wale wenzetu marafiki zangu kama James Orengo, sisi tunapigania multi-party democracy. Juu tukiacha hizi vyama zianguke, tutarudi kwa zile enzi za Moi. Saa hizi tumepita hizo enzi. Sisi ni nchi huru, ni nchi ya vyama vingi. Sasa sisi kama wananchi lazima wakati wote unapotetea chama, hata si ati ODM pekee natetea hapa. Sasa nimetetea DCP mara mingi, nilikuwa nasema ya kwamba Rigiji yako sawa ya kuunda chama ya DCP na Rigiji anasikiza ground, na pia nimesema ya kwamba watu wanafaa waingie katika chama ya Rigiji na hiyo chama haifai kuvunjwa. Mimi ni yule mtu ambaye anatetea vyama. I'm an advocate of multi-party democracy. Therefore, I will not shy away to speak about political parties irrespective of the region. So what I'm trying to say that the fact that we have ODM, it should not be for 3 people or 4 to decide. They should always make a decision based on the power which they have vested from the people.
All right. Miguda, asante sana. Kakaangu Msimamo, wewe pia nataka tu uchangie tu kwa sababu naona kama muda yetu inayoyoma tu. Swali ambao nataka kukuuliza kwamba ukiangalia hizi msuko ambapo tumekuwa tukizungumzia, na leo wanasherekea watasherekea siku kama 5, watakuwa wanasherekea labda wakitoka. Kuna ile ambao hao maviongozi ambao labda kwa sababu kwa sababu ukiona mtu amesema kuna wale ambao tunatembea nao lakini usiku wanajaribu kuuza chama. Hiyo ni kulingana na kitu ambacho Winnie mwenyewe alikuwa amesema. Unajua kuna wale ambao ni wasaliti, naweza sema katika chama hichi, na leo katika mkongamano wanaweza kuja wafanye utafiti, waongelee wenyewe, waseme kwamba labda tulikuwa, kwa sababu baba alikuwa ametoweka akatuacha kwa ile hali ya mshtuko, na tuseme kwamba tulikuwa hatujui tuende wapi, hatuna mwelekeo, lakini sasa tumekuja pamoja. Mwelekeo wetu ni vipi, na maneno ambayo tutakuwa tunaambia wale wafuasi wetu, na wakikuja na jambo tutawasikiza ama hatutawasikiza. Unadhani wanaweza fanya hivyo? Watoke wakimaliza mambo ya Mombasa 20 years of celebration, watoke na kauli moja ambapo watakuwa wanaelekeza wafuasi wao, waseme hichi ndio kauli ambacho tumetoka nayo hapa. Msimamo ndugu yangu.
Asante ndugu, asante. Nimekupata kwa njia iliyo swafi kabisa, na swali lako ni zuri. Unajua yeye kagonga ndipo pale ambapo nilikuwa mimi napazungumzia, yeye kapaona, na ni kweli. Kuna wale ambao tunasema ndio, lakini mwisho wa siku sio, na hapo pia kuna wale tunadhania sio, mwisho wa siku ndio, lakini tunapima na kauli. Kwa nini naungana na Willy alichokisema kwamba kuna wengine wanauza chama? Hiyo iko wazi, kwa sababu kuna wale ambao wanaongozwa na tumbo zao. Lazima tuongee ukweli, kwa sababu mimi naamini mkono ulioteguka kama utopapasa tu na kupaka rope ndio utapona, lakini mwisho siku utapinda, hautakuwa umenyooka. Kwa hiyo ni hapo hapo palipoteguka, ukapinya hapo na maji ya moto na chumvi upakande. Uongo tena, mwisho wa siku mkono utanyoka tu. Kwa nazungumzia hivyo kusema Winnie ameona kama ambavyo mimi nimeona tangia awali, nikiwa na maswali yangu kwa nauliza hapa. There are some ambao wanaamini kwamba wao wasipokaa ndani ya serikali goodies hawatazipata. Kwa hivyo ndio wale wa kwanza ambao wanaenda kunadi kujaribu kuwateka nyara wananchi, wahisi kwamba kwa kweli wamekuwa nje ya serikali for long, na wakati huu ni wakati wa kuunga mkono serikali, ili kwa sababu wahesabike. Na ukitazama mwisho wa siku wanasema tumefanywa makubwa kwa sababu tumepewa position 2 ama position 3 katika serikali hii. Swali langu ni je, position na huduma kwa mwananchi ni wapi na wapi? Wewe ukituambia kwamba umepewa position ya uwaziri na wewe ndio unaingiza mamilioni ama unaingiza mshahara, hapa mimi napambana na hali yangu, nala kwa nguvu zangu, nala kwa jasho yangu, tena jasho hiyo bado ninatoza ushuru ambao hauna tija. Inanisaidia na wapi kuniambia kwamba mimi kama mwananchi tunashukuru serikali imetupa advocates 2 za CS imetupa hapa. How does it inanisaidiaje kama mwananchi? So for real, hawa wanaouza chama ni hawa ambao wana hiyo hulka kwamba tumepewa hiki na serikali, kwa hivyo sisi ni sehemu ya serikali, na baba alituacha hapa kwa sababu ni ngumu kumuuliza eti ni kweli baba uliwaacha hapa. Hatuwezi uliza. So kwa kutumia hivyo ndio hao wanauza chama. Na tukirejea haswa katika wale waombolezaji ambao wameenda kule, ikiwemo haswa huyu kiongozi wa Wiper, jinsi ambavyo mapokezi yake na mambo kidogo aliyazungumza pale, it's like Winnie plus ya hiyo familia ilionyesha resemble was they are not part of what we call broad government. Orengo alidhihirisha hivyo kwamba huyu jamaa aliweza kumsupport mzee na kusema wacha mimi ni step aside, wacha nisimamie mara 3. Na hiyo ndio ishara wazi ambayo ilikuwa sasa tunaelewa kwamba wale wananchi ambao wanania swafi na hili taifa waleelewa ni wapi baba aliwaacha. Na tukiongeza na kauli ya baba mwenyewe haswa ile yake ambayo tulikuwa tunachezewa hapo kwamba ilikuwa yake ya mwisho kwamba nani kasema. So unakuta hapa kuna likes za kina Sifuna, kuna likes za kina mzee wetu hapa Orengo, likes za kina Anyang'u na wengine wale ambao wanania swafi kwamba chama hiki lazima kibaki kama ODM, kisije kikamezwa. So kuna wale ambao sasa hao ambao Winnie anawasomea ni wale ambao bado wanaamini wanataka kuacha hiki chama kimezwe kwa sababu huu ndio kweli wa mambo, na sitegemei baada ya haya kula hapa Mombasa na shangura Mombasa ati watakuja na kauli moja, kwa sababu already kuna wale ambao walishameza, waliona chambo wakasahau ndani ya hicho chambo kuna ndoana, wamejipata kwamba chambo wametafuna na ndoana bado iko ndani ya mdomo, kutoka hapo ni ngumu. Kwa hivyo hapa tutegemee kwamba mgawanyiko upo.
Ndugu yangu,
sisi wananchi tu tujiweke ngango. Je, baada ya mgawanyiko tutaenda wapi? Tutabaki broad based government ama tutaenda kwa wale ambao wanaamini kwamba chama hiki ni chama huru?
Okay, ndugu yangu mimi
umenipata?
Nakupata, na pia kuna sasa, unajua wewe sasa utakuwa ni mtu ambaye atatusaidia hapa, kwa sababu ndio maana nilikuwa nimekuitisha pale. Unajua hapa saa zingine unapata kwamba wale ambao tunakuja hapa unapata kwamba tunapatiana link, ukiitisha hivyo ndio tunakupatia. Sasa tutakuweka ambayo tukiweka hivi itakuwa na kukujia. Jambo ya pili itakuwa, kwa sababu naona kuna pia wenzetu ambao wanafurahia sana kuzungumza kwako na lugha yako inawafurahisha. Tunaomba labda siku moja tutakuwa na kikao na wewe sasa, tuweke watu ambao labda sasa watakuwa wanasikiza, so tukue tunabadilisha, so itakuwa ni vizuri, na pia itaongeza ladha katika maongezi yetu, na pia itaongeza ladha katika mazungumzo ambayo sisi tunakuwa nayo hapa. So hapo naye tunasema tutashukuru sana.
Mimi pia nimeshukuru kaka kwa fursa hiyo ya kipekee, na nipo hapa kwa sababu lengo hapa ni hamasa. Lengo ni hamasa. Sisi ndo walengwa, sisi ndo tumefungwa kamba katikati na wanasiasa hawa walio mrengo huu wanasema sisi tuko upinzani, wamemfunga kamba huyo mwananchi. Wale wako kwa serikali wamemfunga huyo mwananchi kamba, so tumefungwa kamba hapa. Ni lazima tujigundue kwamba sisi ndio walengwa, wewe mawazo yetu yawe yanawiana kiasilimia kubwa zaidi dhidi ya hawa wote wawili, ndio tutakuja na conclusion kama wananchi kwamba hili taifa tutalipeleka kinamna gani, kwa sababu nguvu kikatiba inaturuhusu. Ni ile kwamba hatupewi mbavu tu kwa sababu ya hii kamba ambayo tumefungwa katikati. So hapa ni hamasa ambayo ipo na niko tayari kuweza kushirikiana na nyinyi ndugu zangu wakati wowote ule ambao tutaweza kuwa hapa katika ulimwengu. Itachangia yale ambayo tutajaliwa nayo, lakini vile vile pia leta ladha na kutukienzi pia Kiswahili kwamba ikidumu zaidi, at least kiwe ndio lugha ya Afrika, at least tujivunie kwa hilo.
Asante sana kaka, tutajaribu kufanya hivyo. Joseph and Miguda, asanteni. I can see our time is up. Makobura, Gibson Connor was asking Makobura is held up. He has a function today in Machakos, so I think he will be free by tomorrow. He will be here, so he's in good shape, good health, and everything is okay as per our last communication. Mr. Joseph, maybe your last word and Miguda.
Yes, Brother Miguda wants to go first or I go? Okay, I can go.
Yes.
Nimeona msimamo amekuja hapa bwana, akaleta misuli inaitagwa nini, misamiati kila kitu ya Kiswahili bwana. Ni vizuri, there it's some change for Swahili in studio. Unajua sisi na Miguda tunapenda kuenda kizungu kabisa.
Yeah.
So I think so far what we have been talking about is happening. I think so many people should come and seek analysis of politics from this podcast. Because when we come to analyze politics, I don't think there is other places they are analyzing these politics the way we do. And we are analyzing them as they are coming in real life. I think just the other day when we were together with you, Brother Benson and Miguda, we analyzed about ODM. And what we analyzed is what is happening now. We can see the cracks and we can see the happenings. Now we are just giving time and the eyes to see it. And we have been keep on prophesying for certain things and saying what things are going to become in the future. I'm going to come with other prophecies next week.
Thank you so much, Joseph.
Zinaingia sana, zinaenda as I'm saying. So thank you, Brother Benson. Thank you for the panelists who have been here, Msimamo, Miguda, and all the people who are listening to us, Akina, Goodia, Judith. I've seen Father Dan Dario there. I want to.
Dan amepotea sana. Tutamuuliza alikuwa wapi.
Amepotea sana, sijui kama Catholic ilikataa wapige siasa ama. Thank you. Good night.
Okay, be good.
Okay. Okay. I just want to also appreciate Msimamo for coming to the show. And you know, we have been here with Joseph, and Joseph has just said the truth that I think if you go to this channel, this is one of the best in this country, because we're also watching other channels. This one is one of a kind. But I'm glad because Joseph at least has understood my position, what I'm saying. So Joseph, just try to talk to my good people, Judith and Karitha and Goodia, to understand what I'm saying, not that what they think.
Wataachana na wewe, brother. I assure you wataachana na wewe. You know, they don't understand. I've been in that shoes where you are, brother, and it's very difficult when you are in a place that people are supporting one party, brother, and you cannot be able to. The people are saying you must come with this party. It's not easy. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy task. People think that tunaweza fanya hivyo na inaweza kuwa rahisi, but you come in as an independent, brother. Si ati kuwa independent inakuwa rahisi hivyo. So, brother, you do what you have to do so that you can be able to rule you can be able to give leadership to your people. So we have to do what we have to do. Hata kama tutaingia DCP,
Yeah. So I'm just trying to say, even before Joseph, before you left, the other time we talked about Winnie, and today, actually, what we say is manifesting. You saw it. It's actually manifesting. So I think, even where I am, I'm able to see the future. So we just pray that God will make everything possible, and also as young people, what should stand out is that we don't betray the people wherever we are, and we remain principality. We protect the rights of the people. We don't violate their rights, and also we maintain the true reflection of the people's interests. Whatever we are, like today, I can be appointed PS today. Should I decline? I can't decline. I can just go there and be a PS. But I now implement the good things I've been preaching here. That's how it works. Because you can't remain that you are just opposing, but you have given opportunity to go and serve the country. Now you run away. No, I can't serve that. That's rotten government. No, you go and try to now execute the good things you have been saying outside. So I think that's why I am, and I think our good friend was. And just Benson, we appreciate you to come to the show. I want to appreciate our viewers. Good year, our good friend. Judith, our Gen Z, and Laban Misiani, I saw you, and other people, and our new guest. We will meet in the future and many times. I think we'll meet tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And to Msimamo, Miguda, and Joseph, thank you so much for taking your time to be here and have a conversation with us. And to those who are watching us also, we do appreciate your time to be with us. It's almost like 1 hour, almost 2 hours. It is not very easy to spend 2 hours just watching us. We don't take it for granted. And to our viewers who has been supporting us, Gypsy Corner, Dan, Father, umepotea sana, Gypsy Corner, Judith, Brenda, and everyone, thank you so much for always supporting us. And we are always here to have conversation. If you have something that you need us to share or something you have to share with us so we can talk about it, you can also share with us. And if we cannot give the accurate answers, we have quite a number of our friends who are talented in various fields. We can also push for them those questions so that we can get an answer that is satisfying to every one of us. And one of the things that also that I would want to say, that betraying the people, that is what we are fighting. Sometimes it is about the leadership. Yeah. If leadership is working, it doesn't matter who is in the leadership, but provided we have leadership that is delivering. It's about huduma. Ndugu yangu aliongea kwa kweli, huduma. Si unakula pesa lakini huduma watu wapati, then hiyo hakuna uongozi. Kwa hayo machache, mimi nawashukuru na tena nazidi kuwashukuru. Najua asubuhi ya kesho tutakuwa na meet the press. Sometimes we do have, I know we'll be having Mzalendo, Joseph sometimes also join. Msimamo too, if you have an opportunity in the morning, that will be Saturday morning, we will be having meeting the press. So we are bringing back, it has been a while, Mr. Joseph, before we do the meeting, meet the press. So tomorrow we'll be here in the morning. With those few remarks, thank you so much, and may God bless you.
I think Meet the Press, Brother Benson, I think Meet the Press is always on steroids. I think we have not been there. So I miss it.
So we are going to be, I'm going to talk to Mzalendo. If he doesn't host, then I'm going to host it.
Okay.
All right, asante sana.
Okay.